David, it's great to see you at Collectomania here today. How have you been enjoying it so far?
This has been fantastic. You guys have been great, warm. It's actually warm today. I like to think I brought some of the sunshine, but I'm glad, really glad to be here. You guys have been fantastic.
Good, glad to hear that. Now, of course, Arrow is such a popular show, so much excitement around it as well, and the season finale's just happened. We've seen so many things as well. Your wife has just come back, separated from it, and she's pregnant. What did you make of that?
There'll be a little Diggler coming very soon. It's great. You know, every time we read the script, me and Steven were just talking about this, like our jaws drop because we're fans, right? We watch the show and we're like, wow, how did they do this? How did they do that? And so when I found out that I'm going to have a child and found out in that same episode that Oliver has a child from the past and that we'll both be fathers in season 3, it's just been great. I mean, they have so much planned for season 3. You guys have a lot to look forward to. Yeah.
What are you looking forward to in particular about taking your character forward for season 3?
Suicide Squad. I mean, obviously, it's the relationship between Oliver and Diggle is the bedrock, one of the major, most important elements of the show, I think, and that will still be there. Both of these men are damaged. Both of these men are challenged in terms of developing good relationships. But the Suicide Squad has really taken off. I mean, it has a life of its own. The relationship between Deadshot and Diggle has just been something that's been unexpected. So there'll be more development with the Suicide Squad that I'm really looking forward to.
If you could give Diggle any advice for future seasons, what would it be?
Don't trust Deadshot. No, I think just continue on the. I think, I really admire John Diggle. John Diggle, for me, is just somebody I kind of look up to and respect. I mean, his sense of loyalty and honor is just off the charts. You know what I mean? I think he learned something this season, and that I think he has been maybe a little too idealistic, and in that ideal of idealism, he's been a little rigid, and I think he's learned a little bit about himself, and maybe bending a little bit. So I think Steven and I think Oliver Queen has kind of gone into going from the vigilante to the hero, and I think for Diggle, he's gone. I think he's become a little more accessible in that he understands that it's not black and white; it's more gray. It's in the middle, and so I think he's on the right path.
Now, who would you like to spend more screen time with on the show, and who would you like to face off with as well, and why?
Well, I think that I would have loved to have gotten a hold of a China White again. I think there's a Diggle China White fight someplace in the future coming up. We had 2 fights now. There was a fight season 1, there's a fight season 2, and she won one, maybe I won the other. The championship rounds are coming. So China White, I want to get a hold of her again. Yeah.
Now, of course, we just had announced as well that John Barrowman's becoming a season regular going forward. What do you think about that, and what do you think he's going to bring to the show?
What doesn't John Barrowman bring to the show? You kidding me? John is. He steals every scene he's in, John Barrowman. He's a thief, like John Barrowman. No, I can't wait for him to come. I think he's just going to bring another. He just takes every scene to another level. I think he's going to bring some interesting dynamic. What's going to happen between his character and Thea, I think it's going to be very important. Thea is going to have a great season next year because she becomes dark. So no, I'm looking forward to everything that John brings, not only as an actor, but what the writers give to him. Yeah.
And of course, you've got The Flash as well, and we know that Stephen Amell is going to be in that. What do you think of The Flash being a new show, and would you like to be part of that world?
Well, I think you'll see some crossover. I think the writers and the executives in general want Flash to kind of exist on his own. I can't really speak for them, but I think that's kind of the idea. And so maybe there'll be some crossover, but maybe not as much as you might think. But everyone's looking forward to Flash. I mean, if Flash takes off and you have 2 great, successful superhero DC franchises on television, I mean, that's just great for TV. And, Grant who doesn't love Grant Gustin? I mean, he's so freaking cute, right? So no, everyone's really looking forward to The Flash, and I can't wait as a fan.
DC so busy at the moment with The Flash, Arrow. Of course, we've also got Justice League movie coming up. A lot of people would like to see Stephen Amell in that as the Arrow.
Wouldn't that be
would
great?
you like your character to be in it?
Of course, everyone would love to be part of the Justice. I mean, this is just uncharted territory for us. To have what happened in the feature world in terms of Superman, and now Batman versus Superman coming out, and hopefully a Justice League movie, and what's happening with Arrow and the Flash. It's just, I'm thanking my lucky stars, knocking on wood. Diggle can't die.
And finally, what do you think of Ben Affleck as the new Batman? We've just recently seen him revealed in his suit and his Batmobile as well. What do you think he's going to bring to role? And what do you think that movie's going to be like? Batman versus Superman. We're getting loads of new characters in that universe as well.
Yeah, I think that, I think that was an incredibly good casting choice. I think a lot of people kind of had problems initially with it for whatever reason. I think Ben's a terrific actor. I think he's going to bring a lot of things to the Cape Crusader that we haven't seen. And, I can't wait to see how exactly he's going to fight Superman. The ingenious ways that he comes up to knock Superman across the room. I can't wait for that. I think it's going to be better than what anyone expects. DC's really taking their time to do things, but I think they're getting it right. Watch out, Marvel.
If you could bring any other character into the world of Arrow, who would you like to see?
Well, hopefully Harley Quinn. Hopefully we see more of Harley Quinn. And hopefully on our show on Arrow, I don't know what's going to happen, I really don't. I would love to see Bruce Wayne. Not so much Batman, but I want to see Bruce Wayne.
Been lovely speaking to you. Thanks so much for your time, David.
Thanks, I'll see you much soon.